Me, Reverend Lee Wolak. We're here each and every day. And today, it's a little bit earlier. And you say, why earlier, Lee? Well, because I've got to do a Sunday celebration service. And so I have to be out of the house by 8. But I don't want to miss my time with you, whether you're watching me live or you're watching me at a later time, because I think it's important to have a persistent and consistent conversation about life. I think it's real important that we build habits that serve us. And so today I asked the question, who are you hanging with? And you say, well, Lee, why would you ask that question? Because who you're hanging with is telling the world, telling the universe who you are. Because the energy of the people that you're hanging with is the energy that you are and that is surrounding you, that is having an influence on you. And so it's real important to understand that the people you're hanging with are impacting you and you are impacting them. And the question I would ask is it serving your expansion or is it holding you back? Is it raising you up or is it bringing you down? You know, if you listen to the financial people who are inspirational and trying to get people to become wealthy and that they talk about this, they say that you will be as wealthy as the 5 people you hang around with the most. Interesting concept. You will have as great a relationship as the 5 people you hang around with the most do. You will have health as the same way. Do you see how that works? And it's not that people are bad, it's just that people radiate an energy. And energy is who we are. The frequency of who we are attracts to us or repels from us. So you want to have that frequency around you. And sometimes it's better to be by yourself than be with a negative energy frequency. I know for myself. Yesterday was, for me, it was a day of Lee. Yesterday was a day of really self-care. I mean, I dry brushed, I did my breathing, my meditation. I did a cleanse yesterday. Not fun, but I did a cleanse yesterday. I relaxed. I took it very easy on myself. I allowed myself to unwind. How often do we do that? How often do we take the time and allow ourselves to just unwind? To be with our best friend, and that should be you. You should be your own best friend. Because if you can't be still and be alone with yourself, it's impossible to have a meaningful relationship with anyone else. It's just that simple. Because what you are radiates out. How much you love yourself radiates out to others. It's a real key thing that your relationships are simply a mirror of the relationship you have with yourself. I know that sucks, doesn't it? Because you want to pass the bucket and say, they did it. They're the problem. It's not me. No, you're attracting them because you're the vibration. Here's what I know is you don't have to consciously get rid of people. Just focus that you're going to have relationships with people that are going to be uplifting, that are going to be meaningful. And guess what? Guard your time. Give time to relationships that do that serve you. And guess what? Then the relationships that don't serve you, they fall away with ease. It's not a hard thing because the way the law of attraction works, it attracts to you what you are and it releases that which you're not. It's not forced. You can't force someone to be attracted to you. You can't force someone away from you. You allow people to come into your world and you allow people to leave. It's that simple. You may say, well, Lee, they've been in my life all this time. And I ask the question, well, they may have been in your life. Has it served you? If it's serving you, great. If it's not, there's no time for that. Life is short. We got so much time in this body that I'm aware of. We might as well use it to the fullest extent that we can. At least that's my view of it. I don't like wasting time. I enjoy time. That's why I multitask. You say, Lee, what do you mean multitask? You can't multitask. Well, I can take the dog for a walk. And while taking the dog for a walk, I can do one of two things in my world. Three things. I can just be with nature as I walk. I can do affirmations while I walk. Or I can be listening to a great audio book that's giving me insights into how to be a greater me. I can do the same thing when I'm driving my car. Moniqua says, is it good to give people chances? Of course. Of course it's good to give people chances. But do they know the chances you're giving them? Have you had an effective communication with them? Have you said, this is where I'm going in my life, and these are the things I want to talk about. This is where I want our friendship to go, our relationship to go, and I would love to have you partner with me. So you make your intentions clear, and then you get to observe if they truly want to partner or they don't want to partner. A lot of times people get really comfortable with the way they've been with you, and they don't want you to change. Because if you change, it means they got to change, and then they feel uncomfortable. And let's just be honest, people don't like to be uncomfortable. Don't like it at all. They will stay in a toxic relationship because it's comfortable for them. It's familiar. That's a better word. It's familiar to them. People like familiar as opposed to unknown, even though the unknown is where the growth is. The unknown, as Manfred Mann in the song Blinded by the Light said, that's where the fun is. It's in the unknown. That's where all growth happens. That's where all expansion happens. That's where your best memories come from, is in growth situations. That's in a relationship when you're in the unknown and you're growing together, you're experiencing things new. My God, that's where it just gets juiced. Those are the people you want to be around, people who let's go do something and let's get juiced together. Juice means the energy in you is just, you're inspired from within. You don't need an outside stimulant. You're inspired from within to be a greater you. My God, there's nothing better than being a greater you. So I just share that with you because I want you on this day to live an inspired life. Do what gives you juice. Ooh, Kai. Kai says, I'm often told that I think I'm better than others because I choose not to be in a certain energy. You know what, Kai? That's a line that people use to domesticate you. They're using it to make you feel guilty because they don't want to be expanded. They want you to come back down to their level so that they're comfortable. So they're going to throw all that guilt at you. You're not better than us. Why do you think you're better than us? The question is, I'm not better than you. I just vibrate at a different frequency than you. And I choose to be and vibrate at this frequency or higher. If you would like to join me, that's wonderful. If you don't, well, that's wonderful too. I'll allow that. But I spend my time where I am served. That's a easy conversation, isn't it? It's really saying yes to yourself and no to something that is not who you are, right? And isn't that a demonstration of self-love for yourself? And are you not demonstrating self-love for people that you're sharing that with? Because you're saying, I'm not willing to settle. I'm not willing to not be my authentic self. Of course, Moniqua, they're going to say that I was called crazy for acting different from the old me. Here's the key thing. Stop worrying about the old you. Just be you. And if people say something, you're crazy. No, I'm just being me. This is who I am. Well, you weren't that way yesterday. Well, you know what? Because I'm human, I can consciously choose to be different. Isn't that fascinating? You can consciously choose to be different. This is what people don't get. They don't get that your life is your choice. Your energy is your choice. Your frequency is your choice. What you do is your choice. Who you hang with is your choice. And you, my friends, have the freedom to choose whatever you like. And a person who loves you will accept you as you are and will support you as you live your most magnificent life. So that's the best I got right now. I've given you almost 11 minutes of conversation. Know that I'll be back on at 10:30 Central Time because I'm doing my Sunday celebration. It's going to be on, let me think of the title. Never, ever, ever quit. So thank you for joining me. Hey, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Reveille Wolak, please do so. We're trying to get YouTube to recognize us as being bigger and bigger and bigger, and therefore more people will get this message. Know that until I talk to you next, I love you and I accept you just the way you are. Go create your perfect day. Aloha.